Most men spend their entire lives chasing peace in relationships, thinking that if they can create stability, calm, and predictability, the relationship will last and she will be happy. They build routines, provide, protect, and assume that if there is no conflict, everything is good. But what they don't see is that the very peace they crave is what many women subconsciously run from. While he is building structure, safety, and calm, her feminine energy is craving movement, chaos, and emotional intensity. It is not because she is broken, ungrateful, or wants to hurt him, but because feminine energy is alive and feeling. And often that feeling only comes when there is disruption and emotional turbulence that shakes her out of numbness. Does not thrive in stillness. It wants to feel the pulse of life, the dance of chaos, the rising and falling of emotions that make her feel alive. Wanted, seen, and deeply connected to something real. When life becomes too stable, too repetitive, and too safe, she starts to feel disconnected from her emotional world and will create chaos to reconnect to it. You, as a man, will see this as a threat or as something you need to fix immediately. But to her, this chaos is not something to be solved. It is something to be felt, something to be expressed, something to be tested against your frame. Is why she might start crying over something small, pick a fight over your tone, or spiral over a minor detail that seems illogical to you. You think something is wrong, but to her, things are finally getting interesting, finally feeling alive. Again, she is not looking for a solution. She is looking for your presence, your emotional strength, your grounded energy that does not get swept away by her storm, but contains it without trying to silence it. She wants to know you are there, fully present, fully felt, fully alive with. Her, even in her chaos, asterisk the feminine, tests the masculine, not because she wants to cause harm, because she needs to feel his presence and depth in the emotional realm where she lives. This is instinct, not disrespect, a subconscious pull within her that says, if I press here, will he collapse? If I push here, will he disappear? She might bring up something you said weeks ago. She might question your tone. She might cry. Suddenly, after a beautiful night, or she might pick a fight over something that makes no logical sense. You will feel blindsided, confused, and drained if you do not understand what is happening. To you, peace is the ultimate goal. But for her, peace feels threatening if it has not been earned through emotional volatility, through testing the edges of your frame, through feeling that your love and presence are stronger than the chaos she creates. Her testing is not her trying to break you, it is her trying to see if you will hold. It is her trying to see if your energy will remain grounded when she becomes the storm. If you will stay calm when she is loud, if you will remain clear when she is tangled in her own emotions. She does not want you to mirror her chaos or to fight back with equal emotional turbulence, nor does she want you to withdraw into cold silence that feels like abandonment to her sensitive system. She wants to know if your energy can remain steady, if your presence can remain warm, if your attention can remain locked onto her even when she is not at her best. This is why she keeps testing. Because the man who tries to avoid these tests by people-pleasing, by backing down, by walking on eggshells to avoid conflict, becomes emotionally invisible to her. She cannot feel him anymore, and that emotional invisibility kills her desire over time. She needs to feel you deeply, to know that you can handle all of her, not just the pretty parts, but the chaos, the fire, the tears, and the wild emotions she does not even understand herself. If you remain unshaken, if you do not try to fix her, but instead contain her with your calm, firm yet compassionate energy, she will feel safer with you than with anyone else. And that is when she starts to soften and trust your masculine leadership. Asterisk women often confuse chaos with love because the world has conditioned them to believe that love is conflict, pain, tension, and the emotional highs and lows that come with the constant uncertainty of passion. Songs, movies, and stories have told her that love is fighting and making up, breaking and repairing, crying and kissing, and so she subconsciously seeks this pattern, believing that the emotional turbulence is what makes a connection real and alive. Until she meets a man who can offer depth without drama, she will continue to chase the chaos that mimics passion, mistaking it for connection. She will unconsciously recreate the emotional patterns that feel familiar, even if those patterns are painful, because chaos is what she knows, what her nervous system recognizes as love. If she grew up around dysfunction, emotional volatility becomes her baseline for intimacy, and when she does not find it, she will create it to feel something. Most men, unaware of this dynamic, internalize her chaos as a sign of their own failure, believing that they are not doing enough to keep her happy, or that they are the cause of her emotional storms. The reality is, her chaos existed long before you, and it will continue with or without you unless she becomes conscious of it. And even then, it may still emerge in moments when she feels disconnected from herself or from you. The evolved man does not run from her chaos, nor does he fear it or let it define him. Instead, he remains grounded, calm, and clear in the presence of her storms, understanding that her emotional waves are not an attack, but a call for him to be fully present, to be the steady rock she can anchor to while she feels her feelings. The stronger and more stable your energy becomes, the more she may test it, not because she wants to break you, but because she needs to feel its strength, its edges, and its reliability under pressure. If you crumble, she loses respect and trust in your leadership. But if you remain steady, she will slowly begin to surrender, finding safety in your unwavering energy that allows her to finally feel seen and contained in a way she has always craved. Chaos is not her weapon. It is her language, her way of expressing needs and testing the emotional landscape around her to see if it is safe for her to fully express herself. Every tear, every argument, every sudden mood swing is not her trying to destroy the relationship, but her unconscious way of asking, "Can you handle all of me? Can you hold me in this chaos without judging me, without trying to fix me, without withdrawing from me?" She wants to feel your presence in her storm, to see if you can stand firm while she is falling apart, to know if your love is strong enough to handle her darkness as much as it enjoys her light. She does not want you to fight her chaos with more chaos, nor does she want you to shut down emotionally, giving her the cold silence that feels like abandonment to her. She wants you to hold your frame, to stay calm and present, to let her feel, to let her express, while you remain grounded. Showing her with your energy that you are not afraid of her emotional waves, that you do not see her feelings as a burden you need to escape from. If you avoid conflict to keep the peace, thinking that silence and submission will make her feel loved, you will become emotionally invisible to her. She will not be able to feel your edge, your passion, your depth, and in her world, this feels like disconnection. She will unconsciously start testing you more, pressing your buttons to see if you are still alive inside, to check if your masculinity has the weight to handle her feminine chaos. She does not need you to mirror her emotions, to panic when she panics, or to match her volume when she is loud. She needs you to be the calm in her storm, not by shutting her down, but by staying open, connected, and strong while she moves through her feelings. This is how trust is built with her, not through constant agreement, not through avoidance of tension, but through your ability to remain unshaken in the presence of her chaos, allowing her to finally surrender and feel safe within your masculine leadership. Your true power as a man lies in becoming the steady, grounded presence that turns her chaos into connection without trying to control, silence, or escape it. You do not need to fear her chaos, nor do you need to solve it like a problem. Instead, let her express, let her feel, let her move through her storm while you remain calm, composed, and fully present. When she senses that your energy does not collapse under her emotional waves, she will begin to trust you in a way she has never trusted anyone else, because she will finally feel safe to let go of control and allow herself to be led. She does not truly want to live in chaos forever. She simply does not know how to live without it until she meets a man who can offer emotional depth without unnecessary drama. She is waiting for a man who can show her that love can be intense, passionate, and deeply felt without being destructive. This does not happen through words alone, but through the embodiment of emotional sovereignty, through being unshaken in your presence while still being open, attentive, and connected to her needs and feelings. You cannot fake this presence, and you cannot force her to stop testing you. In fact, the stronger and clearer your frame becomes, the more she may test it, seeking to feel its strength and consistency. Do not see these tests as attacks, but as invitations to prove your grounded masculinity, to show her that you will not run away when things get heavy, that you will not crumble when she is emotional, that you will not disappear when she feels chaotic. When you can remain steady, when you can guide the emotional energy without suppressing it, when you can allow her to express without being reactive, you become the man she will never forget. She will feel your strength not in your words, but in your energy, your body language, your calm breathing, and your steady voice. You will become her safe place, her anchor in the storm. The man who can handle the fullness of her feminine energy without fear or judgment. In a world full of men trying to fix her or change her, you will become the man who simply contains her, not through control, but through true, unwavering masculine presence. And in that, you will find the deepest connection, respect, and devotion that many men will never experience.